Good evening, what is up, guys? I'm gonna jump over on Twitter real quick and just shoot out a message that I am live. It's about 5 after 10. Writing for Gwenpool. We go. Yo, what's up? Let me grab my link real quick to my live stream. I'll jump right over into chat. There we go. Let's get out of that. All right, let's see who's in here this evening. Ooh, let me fix my mic. Can you guys hear me okay? Make sure you guys can hear me before we do anything. Nitro Curse, what a surprise. What's up, man? I'm a broke honky. Edwin, thank you for the subscription. Dang Doan. It's quite the name. What's up, man? Welcome to the stream if you're here tonight. Edwin, Naeem, Dr. LaForte, Crimson, Falcon, Nathan, Brad. What's up, guys? Manon, good to see you, dude. Long time no see, man. Feels like it's been a while since I've talked to you. Who else is in here? Simon Isengard, Acrotech, the Big W. What'll be the cutoff? We'll get all to that. We'll get to all that in just a second, man. Edwin, no, I don't believe it's a high cutoff prediction. I'll explain in just a second. Eternal, Ahmad, Mike. Sebathius, good evening, man. What's up, dude? Yeah, appreciate that, dude. Congrats on the LOL run, man. That, I don't know, it's hard to believe that I'm done with it. Like, I don't know. It's a weird feeling. Rossi, what's up? S2K, Waltz, Bantha, what's up, man? Any push-ups tonight? It's 3 a.m. and I want to have fun. It's been a long day for me, man. I don't know. We'll see how the stream goes. John Wesley, what's up, dude? Joel Bremer, love the name. What's up, man? Ahmad, Acrotech, oh ding dang, that's high for basic. I feel it'll be lower since most people will join to get her rather than a Miles Morales. No, unfortunately, I'll show you the cutoffs here in a second. Mizzou Dub, Mizzou C Dub. Let's do this, yeah, dude. I need to get into it, man. 2 James, what's good, man? Good to see you here tonight. Bert, Ahmad. God, you're too low. You need to be loud enough to the point where our ears bleed. Well, man, I was watching the first part of the Labyrinth of Legends stream, and I was way too loud. I guess I had turned the gain up way too high. So I dropped that down pretty far from where it was at. I hope that I hope it's still okay though. So yeah, let me know. Let me know if it's too low. Okay, so cutoffs. Let's get right into the cutoffs. I wrote down some numbers because I'm really bad about going through the numbers and trying to remember. Just realized I'm a mod. Nice. I owe you a mod on my stream. 2 James. Yeah, dude. I try to get most of the streamers that I'm aware of, the content creators. I try to mod them. That way people know who they are, and also if there's somebody that jumps in trying to impersonate somebody, I know if they're a phony or not because they won't have the wrench. Okay, so the cutoff prediction. All right. So I went back and looked at the cutoffs, and we're only looking at the first round because the second round, I believe it is going to come down, but we're not in the second round. So I'm looking at only first round cutoffs, and I've got my handy dandy notebook. I need like a song from Blue's Clues. Oh, you know what? Hang on a second. I forgot to let me open up my stream labels. That way, if we have subscribers that join, the number up there will jump up. And also, I would like to get notifications if any donations come in. So let me set that up real quick here. Okay, and while that is setting up, so I went back and looked. The arena system switched over in... What month was that? Was that March? April? Something like that? Anyway, regardless, one of the very first big arenas that, there we go. So one of the very first basic arenas that I feel like was a really important arena that had a really good character that people really wanted was Quake. And Quake's first round cutoff was 4.6 million. The very next character that followed that up was Ghost Rider, who was at 4.3. So those were one of the first really good, I think, sought after characters in the new basic arena. Real deal, what's up, man? So that kind of set the bar for what the cutoffs were going to be. So 4.6, 4.3 with Ghost Rider. Then the very next champ would be Mordo. And Mordo jumped up to 5.1. So it went up roughly by about 4 to 500,000. Then from Mordo, it went to Voodoo. And Voodoo went from 5.1 to 5.9. So again, that was a jump of over 500,000 points. Then from Voodoo, it went to Hyperion, and it went from 5.9 to 6.4. So there's this clear progression, upwards of between about 400,000-ish to 500,000-ish, that it keeps jumping up every time we get a really sought-after champ. And there's a couple of reasons. For that. First off, this really goes without saying, I've talked about it a million times, the rosters of everybody continue to grow. So everybody who was doing 100, let's say that they were doing 100 rounds before, even if they do the exact same amount of rounds now, they've got higher ranked characters, so they're just going to be putting up more points. So man, what's up, man? You're you're cutting me off. What's up, dude? Congrats on your LOL run. Nice to catch your stream. Won't be here for long. Tired from grinding. Off to bed soon. Good luck on your grind. Man, and dude, I appreciate that very much. Don't let me forget to add you into the Stream King, man. I'll get you on there once I'm done with my Gwenpool speech here. So yeah, so we have rosters that are continuing to grow. People are ranking up their characters. Points are coming in without having to do any more grind than they were already doing. So they're creeping up. Second of all, people are looking at the past cutoffs. So for instance, Voodoo was 5.9 million. So people looked at Voodoo and thought, okay, Voodoo's at 5.9. I think Hyperion will probably somewhere around that. I'm going to get to that number and push it just slightly. And that's exactly what we saw. We saw the cutoff creep up a little bit. And that happens every single time a really sought-after champ comes to the basic arena, because they're always looking back at the previous arena. They're wanting to get to that and then go a little bit higher. So between that and rosters growing naturally, the numbers are creeping up. So Hyperion was at 6.4 for the first round cutoff. He dropped to 5.8. I think Gwenpool will safely be at least 6.5. So myself personally, I'm going to try to put up the number that you see down there. I've got 6.8. I think the cutoff is going to be between 6.5, 6.8, somewhere around there. So I'm personally going to shoot for at least 6.8. May even try to push a little bit above that. But I think I don't think that that's a high cutoff. I don't think I'm over predicting it. I think that is probably safely where it's going to land. So, having said all of that, I'm only at like 1 million points right now. I need to take care of Manon real quick here. Manon, I appreciate it, dude. You've been a supporter of the channel, a supporter of the channel for a long time. I gotta move my microphone here. Manon Patel, there he is. Appreciate it very much, my friend. Good guy. Let's see. Oops, I did that all kinds of wrong. Manon Patel. There you are, Stream King. Okay, now that I've finished blabbing on, what about Morales? What are we thinking his cutoff will be? That one I'm not really too concerned about. Those featured arenas are way more difficult to predict than the basic arenas are, because they don't follow any sort of like progressive pattern that you can kind of build on. When you go back and look at some of the other basic featured characters, it's usually between like 5.5, 7.5, somewhere around there. So I don't know. I've about given up on trying to predict those things, man. Snake, good night. Thanks for stopping by, dude. I haven't even started my grind yet. I've just been here, talking away. Only have about 8 teams of 330 plus 4-star champs I can run for Gwenpool. Time to bust out those Android compensation boosts. There you go, man. Evan Albright, I appreciate that, dude. Cat Hill is in the house. What's up, Cat? Okay, let me get into this thing, because I've actually got I got AQ that I need to jump into, but I want to get some of these champs on cooldown before I start doing any of that. So, wasn't Hyperion's first round after the arena boost compensation package? It was, but I don't know about you, but I have tons of those arena boosts. Like, I know they gave them out to people, but they were giving them in many cases to people that already had a bunch of them. So I still think it's going to be fairly safe. Even if you look at Voodoo, Voodoo almost touched 6 million, and that was not any sort of like compensation package or any extra arena boosts that went out. And I believe Gwenpool is every bit the equal of Voodoo. So I think that also the Web Slinger challenge that's running right now is also not going to help those arena cutoffs. People have been seeing, or have been watching streamers use Gwenpool, and she's really good. She's really, really good for this event. So I think that that's not going to help as well. Thankfully, she does not need to be duped necessarily. That does not affect her damage in any way. So if you can't do like 6.5, then maybe sit tight till the second round. I think she's going to fall under 6. Richie V in the house. What is up, man? Good to see you here tonight, dude. I don't need Miles. Yeah, I've got Miles as well. Should I try beating the boss in Alliance War? He still has the left and right side nodes up. I want to test Spider-Man Stark Enhanced. You need to talk to your Alliance members before you do any of that. Mofo, getting to the grind. Yeah, I'm getting in there. Relax, dude. Quick shot. What's up, man? I'm going to try to get as close to 7 as I can. Aaron, I think that's probably a very safe number. If you're somebody who's going to grind all the way to like almost 6 million, I don't know why you wouldn't just take the time to go ahead and just be on the safe side and put in a few more rounds. For me, I can do somewhere between not boosting and without Suicide Masteries on. Somewhere between... oh, she's going to kill me, isn't she? Crap, I'm not paying attention. Crap! It's like... oh, she didn't kill me. Hang on a second. Let me focus here. I don't want to lose all these points. Man, I don't know what I was doing. I was only thinking about cutoffs and I wasn't really paying attention. I don't even remember what I was saying. Yeah, but do you have tons of 3-time boosts? Those boosts were huge, and Voodoo is tops in the game, which explains his cutoff being so high. Aaron, you can split hairs either way, dude. The cutoff is going to be high. Anybody that's going for under 6 is going to be disappointed. The B-Manny, what's up, dude? Good evening. Don't Mad Cat this. Go 300k higher than him. That's exactly right. Edwin, yeah, I don't know if we're going to get to 7 million. Like I said, I think it's probably going to be somewhere right around Hyperion. So that 6.5 to 6.8 range. I'm hoping 6.8 is safe. If I was smart, I would just sit out and wait for the second round because I think the second round is going to fall down. But Will, I have no idea what the cutoff is going to be for Miles Morales. Those feature champs, as I was just explaining, are incredibly difficult to try and guesstimate what those things are going to be. You may actually see it come down a little bit because there are going to be so many people over in the Gwenpool arena, and he's been out for a long time. And as far as Spider-Man characters go, Classic Spidey, and also I think Symbiote Spidey are probably both better characters. So not a lot of hype surrounding him. You can probably pick him up. I'm just throwing a number out there. If I was going to go for him personally, I'd probably put up, I would say anything over 7.5 is probably super safe. That cutoff might even be hovering right around 6. Tin Lee, what is up, man? Hey Joel, I watched your Labyrinth run up until Ant-Man. You were killing it. Matthew, yes, the Labyrinth run up until Ant-Man. Will, thank you so much for the subscription, sir. Welcome to the stream tonight if you're here. The Labyrinth of Legends run could not have gone more smoothly until I got to Ant-Man. And it was never my intention to run the whole thing Monday night. I wanted to get to what... I was going to be happy if I got to Magic, but I got to Magic so quickly... Then we got through War Machine fairly quickly that by the time I got to Ant-Man, I almost felt like, you know, there were over 500 people there. I had pulled Brian Grant, you know, taken him away from his channel to be there. So I really felt like I just needed to keep going. And honestly, I probably could have really used a break. Like an hour. An hour more of just setting down the phone and stepping away for a second to collect myself. But I didn't, which is no excuse. But Ant-Man's glancing ability really took me out of my game. The damage output was terrible. And yeah, there was a lot of mental fatigue going on at that point. That was not a fun fight. I think it took me... Oh, man. I don't know. I didn't even go back and count, but I think it was somewhere around probably like 15 revives to get through Ant-Man, which was actually pretty embarrassing. But if I had to do it again, obviously, I would bring in somebody specifically to deal with Ant-Man and then really to deal with Maestro. If I would have game planned a little bit better for Ant-Man and Maestro, it would have... The whole thing was really good overall, but it would have been really, really smooth. Thanks, man. Subscribed. Awesome, Will. Yeah, and I changed... I don't know if you heard it. I changed the... what's it called? Not a ringtone, but the little audio ding when somebody subscribes, which I'm sure somebody's picked up on it. But it's from the N64 Zelda game. That little fairy thing. Like every time you went to talk to somebody, she would say, "Hey, listen." And I love that audio, man. It immediately takes me back to my childhood. Ghost, which round do you think will be lower? Do you suggest resetting masteries and turning on suicides? I have them unlocked. I would. In fact, I would do it myself if I had a few more units. I've managed to build up, what, 515 since Monday. But probably I still want to build up a few more before I go in and switch my suicides on. I think I'm at a decent pace right now. I should be okay. But yeah, if you've got the suicides and you've got the units to spend, it is well worth the time to do it. The other thing is that AQ and AW are going on right now, so I find it extremely difficult to play with suicides on. I know I've missed a bunch of people in chat, so if you've asked questions, do please ask them again. I'll get to you. Took me away from my channel as well. I was there the whole time giving support. You know what? Actually, dude, I have not slapped a wrench on the real deal. The real deal, as I mentioned before, I try to get all the YouTube content creators with a wrench. 7 hours of my work while watching the LOL. It's all Ant-Man and Maestro's fault. Yeah, I think I got to the Grand Scheme. What is up, dude? The Big Kahonu. Is it the Grand Kahonu? I can't remember now. I think it's the Grand Kahonu. What's up, dude? Yeah, I got to Ant-Man in about 2.5 hours. It was shy of 3 hours, which was a really good clip, I thought. High Speed Pursuit. Good evening to you, my friend. I was able to pull new Spidey as a 5-star. Congratulations. Had a gem from the rifts I've had forever. He's legit. Just waiting on some text for rank 4. Yeah, I don't know if you saw my crystal opening I did today, but I did go ahead and open my very first featured crystal, which I instantly regretted. I knew I shouldn't have done it. At least it wasn't an Ant-Man. I duped somebody I hadn't duped before. The Glory of Man. Good evening, dude. What is up? It's good to see everybody in here. I feel like Monday the Labyrinth of Legends run seemed like it was just yesterday, but on the other hand, Monday seems like it was a month ago. That was a crazy night. I was really, really tired by the time I got home. In fact, like my back and my knees hurt so bad that when I went to bed, like I just hurt. Like laying down didn't give me any kind of relief. I had just been like so tense and like bent over staring at this phone for what was almost 8 hours straight. But it was a lot of fun. Big shout out to Brian, which I feel really bad because he was trying to do his Spidey grind for the second round. And yeah, a lot of his focus was away from that, and he missed the Spidey cutoff today, which I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying that or not. I hope I didn't just blow anything there, but yeah, he didn't catch him, so I feel partly responsible for that. But we had a good time either way. Swaggy, how was your trip, Joel? Haven't really talked to you since I was here grinding arena though for the whole LOL stream. Just sucks. It's sick. Yeah, dude, I was just talking about that with Brian, man. I feel for you. The trip was good. I don't know. You're from Louisiana, I think, if I remember that correctly. I don't know how you guys live down there. Like, the Saturday that we were down there, we went to the zoo. We took our son to the Baton Rouge Zoo. And it was like, the car said like 118 when I got in it. Which I realize it's not that hot, but it certainly felt that hot. Metaguchi, but at least it wasn't the usual. Yeah, I didn't have my 4-star Ronin Awakened. And I've always kind of wanted to have a Ronin, either 4 or 5-star Awakened. Just because he's got kind of an interesting signature ability as far as being able to stun for you know, a longer amount of time depending upon how many buffs the enemy has. So wasn't the worst pull I should say, but I don't know. Feels pretty bad when you spend 15. What was the round 2 cutoff for Tech Spidey? I believe it was north of 17 million. Was he 801? No, I don't believe he was. There were actually a lot of people, even a couple in my alliance, that grinded up to about like 16.7-ish that didn't pick him up. So I don't know exactly what the cutoff was, but I think that might be... Is that a new record? I'm trying to think if Carnage was above 17. I don't think Carnage was above 17, especially not the second round. He was pretty high the first round, but I don't think he touched 17. Pretty much previous A-War, we had 2 men down. I got matched up with another team that had 2 men down as well, ready to get crushed. Next one, Marvel jokes were pure comedy gold. Yeah. I was... See, that was the other thing, is I really, really lost my focus for that Ant-Man fight. There are only a couple of things that I would change about the LOL run, like if I had to do it all over again. And yeah, it all was focused around that Ant-Man. I should have just taken a break, and also I should have brought in another character. Are you and BG in the same alliance? I believe we are, yes. Last time I checked. Whiffed at 16. Yeah, don't feel bad. I mean, if I was going for him, I probably would have put up 16 as well and missed out, so... About 30 minutes from you. I used to work at that zoo for 2 years. Guess I'm just used to the heat. Yeah, it was nasty. We walked that whole thing, and then my son really wanted to do the train, so we did the train at the end. And I was just... I mean, I was soaking wet. It was kind of nasty. You say you rep the other YouTubers, but I feel like you, Seton Day, BG never mention or give props. What? I don't know. I don't know what you're saying there, Sean. Hi, Mac. Man, it's weird seeing you with a wrench next to your name, dude. I don't know how I feel about it. I feel a little uncomfortable just knowing you have all that power in the chat. BG, what's that? I would have eaten the candy bar more quickly. Nightcracker. That's an amazing name. What is up, dude? Welcome to the stream if you're in here tonight. Man, the chat's moving tonight. I'm sorry if I missed your questions here. A lot of my alliance members call Gambit trashed here. In my opinion, he's quite good, but I feel like not many people know about him. Do you think I should make a video on him? Bantha, I think that you should make a video on him, yeah. I think Gambit is... I mean, he's not god tier or anything, but I have quite a bit of fun playing with him, with his infinite stun. I actually would not be too sad to pull him as a 5-star character. I've got a full video. It's one of the first ones I put together on him if you want to go check it out. You are welcome to pull any ideas that you find from there. Ty Sullivan, what kind of a question is that? Of course Brian is streaming later. Yeah, Brian, RIP for your Spidey grind, man. I feel really bad for you, dude. So powerful, feel my rage. Good night to my wife. She's got to work tomorrow, so she's going to bed. That's why you're subscribed. Yeah, the YouTube community, I don't know if it's like this in every individual gaming community, because I haven't been a part of any others like I have been a part of this one, but yeah, the content creators in general are very I guess kind. I don't know. I'm not really sure what the word is, but very, I guess welcoming. That's the word I'm looking for. Very welcoming to any new content creators that come into the community. And then the people that support the community on top of that are just incredibly generous. Speaking of, Sean Cotto, thank you so much, sir, for the subscription. I love that movie, Step Brothers. Sorry, I meant to give props to Rich. Sean, let me go back. Let me just make sure that I understood your question. Where are you, Sean? Where are you? I will find you, my friend. And I can't find you. Crap. I believe your original question was, a lot of the YouTubers seem to give props to each other, but not Rich the Man. Is that what you were asking? I think that's what you were asking. I don't know how to answer that. You know, I've had conversations with Rich. He's a big part of the community. I mean, he's got 12,000 subscribers. People point to his direction. He points people to our direction. I mean, I don't know. I can't speak to your individual experience. Maybe something that you've heard, but as I said earlier, the content creators in general are all very supportive and welcoming of each other. So 6.8 is minimum, guess no sleep. 6.8 is what I'm going to put up personally. I believe the cutoff is going to edge out Hyperion slightly. Hyperion was at 6.4, which I went on a whole like speech about the cutoffs at the very beginning of the stream. So if you want to go back and listen to all that, I've got cutoffs for all of the recent arenas that I kind of walked through explaining my decision. But yeah, I think the cutoff is going to fall between 6.5 and 6.8. So I'm going to try to be on the safe side of that number and push for at least 6.8. Hashtag no sleep. Eastlinus, yeah, just preferences. I mean, I don't know. Everybody's got their preferences, and you're welcome to them. I mean, they're... If you enjoy watching one content creator over the other, or if you have beef with one, like, I mean, that is your personal decision. But as far as the individual content creators amongst ourselves, I feel like there's a really good sense of community. Cobalt, good evening to you, sir. Thanks for the bronze, Sean. No problem, man. I try to get to as many questions in here as I can. We've got a lot of people in the stream tonight. I'm assuming there must be a lot of people grinding for Gwenpool, which that is the wrench in all of this. Dave is really pushing to get 200,000 people into the cutoff, so at least to the 150,000, which will increase the number of Gwenpools that's going out in theory. If we can get to that number, it'd be 20,000 people that would be rewarded Gwenpool, which would push the cutoff really far down. I don't even remember where I was going with that. Oh, yes. So if in fact we do get that many people grinding for her, the cutoff could significantly come down from that. So I'm just going to push hard the first round. If I miss her, then it'll give me a good idea of where I need to be in the second round, and I'll pick her up. As I mentioned before, she really does not need to be awakened. She's very much, I don't want to say a glass cannon character, but she's a very high damage output character, and her awakened ability does not affect her damage output in any way. Basilio, hey Brol. I think you're the only one that calls me Brol. What's up, man? You think I can get there with a 90k roster? Nick, all things are possible if you are willing to put in the time and spend some units. However, if I was you personally, you know, I may sit this one out. We just came through an arena with Joe Fixit that the cutoff was, what, like, I don't know, 1.8, 1.9, something like that. I would grab as many of those characters as you can, and, you know, when you can reliably put up, let's say, between 300 and 400,000 points every time you run your roster through, I think that's when you can really reliably... I don't want to say easily, but you can get some of these higher cutoffs if you can put up that many points. Only at 900k for Gwenpool. I don't think I have enough team to get her. Jack. Yeah, like I mentioned before, man, it just depends upon the amount of time you're willing to put in. If I was you, if I was on the fence, I probably would just... I would sit this one out. I would grab the milestones, switch over to the other arena, grab the milestones there, so that you can get as many shards as possible. Wait to see what the cutoff is, because whatever the cutoff is, I do not believe that it will go up the second round. She does not need to be duped, as I just mentioned, so I think a lot of people are going to have some fatigue that pushed really high. They got her the first time that are going to sit out. So I think the cutoff is going to fall, as it typically does in the second round. And if you're kind of on the fence, you may want to sit tight, because there's nothing worse than like really pushing yourself, you know, to get to, let's say, I don't know, 5.8, and the cutoff is just above that, because it's really draining on you. You lose a lot of your motivation to go back in there and grind. Cutoff for Miles. I want to know if I can attempt to run. Connor, I don't know what those cutoffs are over in the featured arena, man. Those things are all over the place. I think most of the time for these older champs that come into the game, especially when we've got a really hyped basic character going, they're usually somewhere around 6.5. You know, so I wouldn't push for 6.5. I'd try to get north of 7 if you're really wanting to get Miles. But truthfully, I don't know what that cutoff might be. I don't study those numbers quite as thoroughly as I do with the basic arena. The real deal. I appreciate that, dude. That's very kind of you. 2-hour naps only, then wake up and grind. I'm on my Brian Grant status. See, at least Brian, he's got a 5-star Gwenpool, so I don't see any reason why he'd be going for the 4-star unless he's just trying to build his roster. But at least he can take a little bit of time off before Vulture comes in. I'll be interested to see how the community responds to Vulture. I know that there is a lot of hype surrounding Spider-Man, but I think low-key, I think we're sleeping on Vulture a little bit. I think he's going to be a very strong character. I think he's going to be one of those that people aren't really fully aware of his full potential until we get our hands on him on Sunday, and I think the second round cutoff might actually go up a little bit from that. I just realized that my game is not in full screen. Let me expand this thing out. Hold on a second. That really bugs me. I don't know why it resets itself like that, but it does. There we go. Also, how has the stream been for everybody tonight? Scott Morris, I mean, as far as, have we had any lag issues? I was having bad issues Monday. Another STL guy here. Question for you about a rank up. Should I rank 3 my duped 5-star Magic, or rank 5 my duped 4-star Guillotine? I would take Magic. Magic is a much better overall character. The 5-star is going to serve you much longer into the game as well. Also, you may end up ranking up that Guillotine, and your next 5-star crystal pull a 5-star Guillotine, which would not be ideal. James Chappell, what's up, man? Good, no lag. Yeah, I reset after I called and got my my upload speed increased. Well, they told me they were going to increase it. I had not actually reset my modem over there. So I reset it today, I ran some tests, and it was actually performing a lot better than it did on Monday. So I hope that it's fixed some of the problems. Yeah, I think Vulture's got a lot going for him. He's got quite a bit of power control built into him. He's got a power drain. He's got basically an unstoppable ability with that Raptor Strike. Like, if you really stop and think about that, I was talking about it a little bit in my my Vulture, that first look video I did. But if you do a Raptor Strike and you attack them while they're blocking, the very next time that you get hit, the enemy, it's basically like you're invisible and unstoppable. Like, it will go right through you, as if you're invisible. and you can just keep chucking right through them like you're unstoppable. You won't take any damage. So if you've got a Raptor Strike up, you're never going to miss an intercept. Like, even if they would have hit you, you're not going to receive any damage, and you're going to get the intercept. So I don't know. It could be a really, really interesting mechanic to play with. It could be way overhyped on my end, but oh crap! I forgot I can't do that while he's stunned. But I think that there's actually going to be quite a bit of use to that. Like, imagine you're fighting somebody who is stun immune. You've got a Raptor Strike up. You're trying to push them into 1 bar of power so you can bait out a special. But, you know, you're afraid to try to get the intercept. If you've got a Raptor Strike up, no big deal. Just run right in there, push them into a bar of power, and then go grab another Raptor Strike. Plus, you've got that Incinerate ability that he applies just by evading back, which I think is really, really cool. I may be going for him as a 4-star featured character. He's looking pretty good to me. Is Ultron still good unduped? Yes, he's still very good. Good heal, decent damage. He's got a bleed, double immunity. Yeah, he's still really good unduped. Remember back when Iron Man used to give headaches? Yeah, I've been here the whole time, man. I've seen the game and all of its ups and all of its downs. I rank 5 my Hulk over my World War II. I would personally, yes. As long as he is duped. Hulk is, I believe, a top 5 character right now in the game. Depending upon the situation, I suppose. Captain Bay, what is up, man? The grind is going well so far. I've been talking a lot this evening and I've missed a lot of the chat, but we haven't had any lag issues yet. So, in my book, I'm gonna call that a win. Hulk was level 99, World War II level 53. Yeah, they're both very strong. In the science class, I would say they're arguably both top 3, maybe even top 2. So ultimately, get both of them ranked up. But I would take Hulk up first. He's just got he's got insane damage when he is awakened, especially at level 99. Thoughts on 4-star Punisher 2099 to rank 440? Bullet, I think he's a strong character. It really depends upon what other tech characters you have right now that you have not ranked up yet. I would probably rank up Vision and maybe Ultron, but definitely Vision before you took up Punisher. If you've got Vision ranked up already, then I think you're probably safe to grab that Punisher. Love your videos. Your RTTL guides are really helping me out. Brandon, I appreciate that, man. Those things took forever to get through, but I'm glad I took the time to put them together. They've helped out. At least a lot of people have told me they've helped out, so yeah, I'm glad they were helpful to folks. Who's better to use a Science Awakening gem on, Hulk or Quake? Definitely Hulk. Quake's signature ability, I believe, just gives a little bit of damage back when she's blocking. Not a huge deal. Doesn't really affect her overall gameplay, but Hulk sees a big increase to his damage output. Bert, thank you very much for that reminder. Am I done fighting here? Let me see. I think I've got one more fight. Yeah, let me get through this Hyperion fight, and then I'll jump over there into AQ. Remember when Jug's Unstoppable was a random buff? Yes. In fact, that's a good call. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, I'm trying to think of any other really weird buffs that we've seen big changes to. I'm sure that there's been a bunch of them. Like I said, I've played the game since the beginning, but sometimes you get so used to the way the game is now that you forget that it was ever different, because it was way different back in the day. And really, for as much as we complain about the game, and many times rightfully so, the game is in a much better place than it was. Bantha, no worries, dude. Yeah, go get some sleep, man. 4 a.m. I have all the cats. Should I use a generic on my Hyperion and rank 5 him? You should rank 5 him, but do not use the generic on him. He does not need to be awakened. The alliance we are facing has a profile like in Seaton's video. One of the officers has a stacked team with a legend title, only 260 KPI rating. That's a tough one, man. You don't ever want to report somebody that actually has worked really hard. I mean, 260 KPI is that's pretty high. You know, if you got a big spender, he could have easily gotten through that at under 200K. All right, let me jump back. Let me jump back out of this real quick and over into AQ. I was around before they changed the class matchups. Yes, you're right. They did. God, I don't even remember what they were, but you're right. I forgot that they did that. Remember when we parried specials? Edwin, I could parry every single special. Yeah. That's hilarious. Now that you guys are bringing all this stuff up. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you could parry a special and just not have to worry about it. I was really good at parrying Jug's S1 and his S2. Yeah, when he jumped up in the air, basically just parry as he landed. He'd be stunned. You just evade back. His stun would be over by the time, or his unstoppable would be over by the time he was unstunned. Okay, yeah, we got plenty of time here. Speaking of Hulk, why I love him so much, let's use him here. This is the Poison Path, which he's got class advantage plus poison immunity. He was definitely built for this one. IMAC, yes, Hyperion is by far the best cosmic character in the game. So, yeah, rank 5 him. He's very good as a defender. He's really good on offense. When it comes to the cosmic class, nobody really can touch him right now. So, I would rank him up just for that fact. However, don't use a generic on him. Which champs benefit most from SIG levels above 40? Ooh, that's a tough question. The one that immediately comes to mind is Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch becomes significantly better the higher signature level you give to her. Beast is another one where his signature ability, he gets more health back. He deals more damage depending upon the stance that he's in. The higher his signature level goes. Rogue, her chance to crit on her heal with her S1 is increased the higher your sig level goes. Hulk, damage output grows the higher his sig is. So yeah, there's actually quite a few of them. Remember when willpower would give a full health if you had an armor break on you? Yes. Remember the Science Champ in AQ? Like, everybody would be looking for the Science Champ because he put the debuff on you while you were attacking, and basically you could just heal all the way up before the fight was over. Yeah, you could stack like 2 or 3 of those. That was when willpower would tick for every single debuff on you. Hulk Smash, IMAC, that's right, dude. Venom's S2 parry and AQ boss. Yes, mofo, that. Good call. Yeah, that was the way to beat Venom. Bait out, swipe back twice, bait out that S2, block as he landed on you into a parry stun. Yeah, it's actually probably a good thing that they changed that. I remember when they changed it for a long time, I kept forgetting that I could not parry the specials, and I just kept trying to do it over and over. Look at that damage output. Raul! I think I said that right. I'm trying to not die here. Thank you so much for the subscription, sir. Every time I hear that that noise, it immediately takes me back to my childhood, man. That original Zelda game on N64, I spent a long time playing that ocarina. Is the Sig 99 Scarlet Witch still good to rank 5? Yes, she is still a very strong character. I know she doesn't get the same love that she used to, but yes, I use, and you can see I've got her right here. But I use my Scarlet Witch in map 6. I don't know if they gave her a small buff to her regen, the chance to proc a regen, but I noticed right after the most recent update that they did, I was getting a lot more regens, which I don't know if it's just totally random, but I noticed quite a few more of them than normal. DHC Volt, what's up, man? It's all good here. Just hanging out with everybody. So does that mean I should dump 6 stones into Rogue rather than X-23 or Wolverine? Well, I guess that depends upon which one of those champs you're going to be using the most. I would place your 6 stones in the characters that you're going to be using. All 3 of those are very strong characters. Probably wouldn't put them into X-23, but between Wolverine and Rogue, that's debatable. Ace Roko. Roko. I think it's Roko. What's up, man? It's all good. Happy to have you here tonight. Are we allowed to talk about Ash, or is that a no-no? I'm not sure what you're referencing there. I've always loved Beast. I used to give him all my Mutant 6 stones before I got Wolverine. Yeah, I wish I had more 6 stones to pass out. I would love to put a few more in Beast. Just realized I'm not subscribed already. Let me fix that. Aaron, what? You trolling me just so you can see your name? So bummed the Spider Arena scored 16.5 and no Spider. Just not right, man. Yeah, I hear you, dude. He was a super hype champ. So make a clip of Joel saying, I spent a long time playing that ocarina. People will think he's a musician. There he is, Aaron Abdo. Dude, I freaking love that game, man. I cannot tell you the number of times I beat that game. I would just play it all the way through, then I would reset it and just do it over again. I remember I bought the strategy guide. That's when you would go to like Barnes and Noble and go to like the video game section. I'm sure they still have it. I haven't been there in forever, but like the books for the strategy guides. Yeah, man, I read through that thing. That's my favorite toilet literature right there. Congrats on your LOL run. Nice work. What are your predictions for Miles Cutoff? 8 million. Raziel, yeah, I don't really have a number. I think 8 million is probably safe. The cutoff will probably be a tad bit lower than that. But yeah, if you can get to 8, get to 8. Captain, yeah, man, I have seen a lot of people in the chat this evening that put up between 16.5 and 16.9 and walked away empty with that Spider-Man. It sucks. It's just the nature of the competition, man. Axel! What are the odds we had back-to-back Venoms? Thank you for your subscription. If you are in the chat this evening, welcome. Goaty, we must be getting trolled now. I think people realize they can unsubscribe and subscribe. It's all good. But if not, welcome to the stream tonight. Hey, we passed 7,300 subscribers. I didn't even realize that. 7,312. Man, that's really hard to believe. Silky, let me get this Star-Lord down, then I will read through your question there. Should I bring 4-star Winter Soldier to what? Oh, should you rank 4 your Winter Soldier? I really like Winter Soldier. I get that question a lot because I have a 5-star Winter Soldier at rank 4. You got to understand, though, that looking at my roster at the time, there were really no good options to rank 4. Tim Kruger, thank you so much for your subscription, sir. You know, I was debating between Rhino, Ant-Man, Unduped Captain, Unduped Miss Marvel, Unduped Iron Man, Unduped Ronin, or a double-duped Winter Soldier. And they had just updated in 12.0 Winter Soldier. He was a lot better. So I thought, you know what, screw it. We're taking Winter Soldier. I got to get somebody to rank 4. I need the prestige boost. So if I had better champs, I wouldn't take him. Am I sad that I have him? No, I use him all the time. I don't know. Who else do you have to rank 4? Just watched a few videos, but hadn't caught the live streams before. It must be, I think I've seen you in other people's streams, so that your name is very familiar to me. Should I bring 4-star duped Winter Soldier to rank 4? Oh, we were talking 4 stars. I'm sorry, I thought we were talking 5 stars. 4-star duped Winter Soldier to rank 4, or a 4-star unduped Agent Venom. That is a toss-up there. Winter Soldier, you're actually going to be able to use more. Agent Venom is a much better defender if you're just going to throw him in there. Take a Winter Soldier. Hey Joel, finally found your channel after hearing about it on BG and Dave's. Cheers, man. Enjoying the stream. Brian, I appreciate that very much, sir. Yeah, Brian Grant, who's probably creeping here in the background somewhere, and Dave have always been really big supporters. I can't thank them enough for sending people my way. Scroll up to my question, please. Joel, DHC Volts. What we got, buddy? Joel, I'm going for my first 4-star featured when Vulture comes around. With 17 million, be safe, you think? Man, after the Spider-Man cutoff we just saw, before that I would definitely have said yes. I think that is probably a safe number the first time around. Where is my guillotine? There she is. Giuseppe, if I missed your question, please don't ask me to scroll up and read it. Just ask it again. Please. Al the Great. Gwenpool, I think, is going to be a touch higher than Hyperion at 6.4. I think her cutoff will probably fall between about 6.8, or excuse me, 6.5 and 6.8, somewhere right around there. Full Doggernaut in the house. What is up, man? Good to see you here tonight. I got number 2 in the 4-star featured Spider-Man Stark Enhanced Arena, so close to number 1. I want title. Wow. That is incredibly impressive. What was your score for number 2? You think Gwenpool is worth a skill awakening gem? There aren't a lot of really strong characters to use that on in the skill class right now. I feel like we probably will see a skill champ and a science champ coming to the game fairly quickly. Probably science first and then skill. I would hang on to that thing for just a little bit. Doug, thank you so much for the subscription, sir. Got Thanos up there. I need to add a few more of those. Should I rank up my 5-star unduped Ultron or a 4-star duped Star-Lord? It is 5-star Ultron all the way. I'm very jealous. Yeah, Ultron does not need to be duped. He's still a very, very strong character unduped. Ended up ranking Symbiote Spider-Man over Gambit. Josh to play. Are we talking 5 stars? Are we talking 4 stars? I was actually pretty happy with that 5-star pull today of Symbiote Spider-Man. I've been trying to get him forever as a 4-star character, and it's kind of funny. I pulled him as a 5-star character before I pulled him as a 4-star. Should I be sad that my first rank 4 5-star was Gwenpool? What? No, you shouldn't be sad, mofo. You know the answer to that. What exactly was the Stark Enhanced Spidey second round cutoff? Anyone? I don't think. At least I haven't seen it over on Twitter yet. I haven't seen anything official. It's probably just over 17. Would be my guess. And the chat is popping tonight. Man, welcome everybody to the stream. Usually on a good evening for a grind, there may be like 120, 130 people in here. So the fact that we're rolling with over 220 people is pretty crazy. So having said all that, if I miss your question, I apologize because the chat is moving fairly quickly. And I don't have the same skills as BG and Dave to be able to just stare at the screen and still win without looking at my phone. I am going for 6.8, if not slightly higher. James Chappell, been here since before the face reveal. Love your stream and your content, listening to you as I grind. James, thank you very much, sir. That's incredibly kind of you. I wish I had some form of I can't do confetti because that's Dave's thing, but I need like a, I don't know, I need something to throw at the screen. I can't really even use a thumb either because like that's Brian's thing, and then Steiny's got the Mighty Thumb Club, so I got nothing. Andre Lavance, I need help. Who should I rank 5? Ghost Rider Unduped or Magic Awakened? Or should I wait for Dr. Voodoo? Help, need both. 4 stars. Ooh, man. That's a tough one. Those are 2 very different characters. Magic is really pretty good overall. Plus, she's a good defender. Ghost Rider, not so much a good defender. So I guess it really depends upon what you're looking for there. Ghost Rider, though, is probably a slightly better character in AQ because of his really strong regen. However, Magic's S2 spam plus Limbo can't be overlooked. Yeah, I guess it depends upon what you need more. If it was my money, I probably would take Magic up first, but I have a lot of love for Magic right now. Is Gwenpool worth a generic awakening, and should I grind for her twice? Grinding for her twice, that is up to you. Nico Bacon, thank you so much for the subscription. If you are in the stream tonight, welcome to the stream. That's up to you, man, if you want to awaken her. As I mentioned before, I don't think she needs to be awakened to be a really strong character. So I would not use a generic or a skill on her right now. I don't think, personally, if I get her this first round, I probably will not grind for her the second round. Andre! Man, it's just blowing up tonight. 73-17. It's crazy, man. I don't know why everybody's coming over here, but I'm happy to have everybody, for sure. You can make a toilet flush noise. Ah, Captain. I'm not gonna lie, that was, I think, the funniest moment of the stream when I came back to the chat and realized that I had muted the wrong microphone. Yeah, if you don't know what I'm talking about, on Monday when I did my Labyrinth of Legends run, about, I don't know, like 4 hours into it, I took a bio break, which around the corner back, I'm in my office, by the way, around the corner down that way is a restroom, and Brian Grant was on the line doing commentary for me. So what I meant to do was mute my microphone and still have BG talking to everybody while I was gone for a second. And when I came back, the stream had dropped by like 60 viewers or more. And everybody was like typing toilet flush, and I was like, what is going on? And I realized that I had muted Brian's mic, so he was just talking away, nobody could hear him. And my microphone was sitting here hot, so it picked up the toilet flush in the background. Oh god, just thinking about that makes me laugh. There's BG. I'm still bitter about that. It was so entertaining. God, I wish I could go back and listen to all that. Yeah, the toilet flush noise, that's something that I could incorporate into the stream somehow. I really wish that I had more of an ability to make like my own like little graphics and stuff for people who subscribe and people who donate for like different amounts and stuff. Because if I could make like a little like pixelated like toilet that was kind of like, you know, bouncing around or whatever, I could have the toilet flush sound. Yeah, I don't know. I need somebody who's much more talented than I am to make my ideas come to life. Which, if you know how to make an animated toilet, you hit me up. Dicer, I'm out. Joel apparently hates me. He never sees my post ever. Later, have fun, peeps. People get so pissed when I don't see him. Dicer, I'm so sorry, man. There's 242 people in here. You think you were the first to message about the toilet flush? I'm surprised you guys could hear it because it's not like the bathroom's like right there. I guess that was a powerful flush. At least I didn't like say anything weird when I sat down before I realized my mic was hot. I am at 1.4 million right now. Hopefully you can get to 1.8 before going to sleep. Ray A, good luck, my friend. Yeah, if you can get to 1.8, that's a really good first day. It's not even a first day score. It's like a first half day. Toilet stream? No. We will not be streaming from the toilet, although that probably would separate me from what everybody else is doing. Guys, make a dynamic duo. I think we're both just kind of corny, which I guess is what makes it work. But yeah, I've had more fun commentating in his stream and him hanging out in my stream than I think in anything else that I've done in MCOC. Which I will say that yesterday, so I wanted to give Brian a tip for all of the long hours that he spent, because he was here in my stream the whole time. He was here for like all 8 hours. And so I didn't want to just send him a tip. I wanted to I wanted the whole world to know that I was tipping him. So I waited till he was doing his Legends run yesterday, and I sent in, I should have done it on Super Chat, but I didn't want YouTube to take like the 40% that they take. So I sent him a Super Chat over on his PayPal, and I guess he had his notifications turned off for the Legends run, so it didn't even freaking go through. Nobody read my message. I'm at 2.45 now. Nice. How would we know if you did it right? What? Speak of yourself, I'm a super cool dude. You are a super cool dude. 2.8, Edwin, take a break, man. Yeah, you're like almost halfway there already, and we are not even halfway through the first day. Hashtag mute Brian Grant. Do we really? Is there somebody in here named the Toilet Flush? Is that my very first troll account? I feel so incredibly honored right now. Ah, that's how you know that you officially have made it in the YouTube game. You have troll accounts. That's awesome. Hashtag mute Brian Grant. Who to take to rank 5? Alright, what do you got for me here? Quake, Hulk, or Cap? Both unduped, but I have a Science Awakening gem. Of the 3 characters, I prefer Hulk. He really needs to be awakened to have his full potential. So that Science gem really would not be poorly spent on awakening Hulk. But as I mentioned before, I think we're going to see a lot of new Science champs come to the game here soon. I think Green Goblin, Doc Ock, I could see him going Science or Champ, probably Science. I feel like the Science class really needs some strong characters. It's been a while for them. So either take up Hulk or sit on it and wait to see who comes into the game soon. Slowly thinking about becoming the first MCC content creator from the toilet. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pass on that. James Chappell, watch the whole thing, dude. If you watch the whole thing, props to you, man. I had a lot of issues with my internet that night. Brian stream Jugs and Boo. Joel stream Ant-Man and Toilet. Brian, it should be Jugs and Banana. Joel, can you do me, please? My name is Excelsior2 Commando. No, sir. I apologize, man. It's not because I don't want to. Because I do really want to duel you, but if I start doing that, I will miss time grinding for Gwenpool, and that is a never-ending that is a never-ending request. If I start dueling people, that's what we will be doing all night. The unpredictability of Stark assignments is really unnecessary. Your thoughts? I think the Stark assignment in general is unnecessary. I'm not a big fan of it. It's just a little extra content here and there. If you catch it, great. If not, the rewards are not going to make or break you in your progression. So if you've got the time to do it and you've got energy to spend somewhere, grab it. If not, I wouldn't worry about it. Wow, did you see how... Oh, I evaded. Okay. I thought his gunfire pushed me back that far. Doc Ock will be tech, no way to justify him. See, the only reason I think he might be science is, one, he is a scientist. But they've had so many tech characters come to the game here. Especially making this most recent Spider-Man tech. We had Spider-Man, Punisher, Yondu, Nebula. So 4 out of the last, what, like 5 or 6 feature champs that have come to the game have all been tech. Green Goblin will be really interesting. You watched it on demand, Aaron? Yeah, it was a long stream, man. The one thing that I did not do that I really regret is I did not actually record on my end the video. So I can't really go back and like edit it or anything, because I really wanted to pull out the Old Man Logan fight and have its own separate video, because a lot of people don't realize that I one-shot Old Man Logan, and I wanted to pull that out as a separate video. But yeah, the stream, it was really grainy and fuzzy. I was having issues. I'd have to record it off of YouTube, and it just wouldn't work out. The mic is silent. Oh, the toilet flush. Good to have you here tonight, man. For an intermediate player like me, the Stark assignments are great. See, exactly. Like, if they're not for everybody, and that's totally fine. Who to rank 5, Cable or Nightcrawler? Oh, man. Again, that's much like the question about Magic and Ghost Rider. Those are two very, very different characters. Nightcrawler is probably only going to be used in defense, whereas and he's a good defender. Cable's a pretty good defender, but I feel like there's also quite a bit of utility there. Some degeneration, a little bit of power gain, a little bit of heal here and there. Yeah, it just depends upon what you're needing in the game. Not having Cable myself, I would take Cable just because I want to use him, but can't go wrong with Nightcrawler. Vulture, thank you. Vulture is also tech. I knew there was another one. I'm in the challenge, and I got Stark enhanced to half, but all my champs are dead. Should I wait till I get revives or reset with no revives? Giuseppe, only you can answer that question, my friend. If you've got the time to sit around and wait, then just wait. Tech still have the least champs. Yeah, it's not really about the number of champs for me. It's about the number of viable champs. Like, if you look at the science class right now, there's a lot of okay champs in there, but really when it comes down to kind of the higher tiers, you've only got kind of Hulk and Cap World War II. I feel is still up there, but I feel like he's kind of falling back slightly. But you got classic Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Gwenpool, Luke Cage, Yellow Jacket, Ant-Man, Rhino, even Electro to some degree. You've got like 8 or 9 characters there that are just really blah. There's not a whole lot there. Cable, good defender. Yeah, he's not actually too bad. Whenever you cause a bleed on Cable, he puts a degen on the enemy. Depending upon if he's on like a heal block node, he's actually not too bad. People were putting him on the unblockable S1 for a while, which at the beginning I was having issues evading that, and maybe in the lower tiers that probably, oh I forgot he can't get killed here. In lower tiers he's probably still a pretty good champ for that, but in higher tiers he falls off quite a bit. They should make a new class, Psychotic. The Green Goblin's covered. Yeah, Carnage could have fallen under the Psychotic class. Who to rank up first? Get my 5-star duped Magic to 345 or unduped X23 to 440. Man, you're splitting a hair there. Those are both very strong characters. Man, you guys are hitting me with the hard questions tonight. I think the regen and overall damage output probably pushes X23 ahead. Piggy101, thank you for the subscription tonight, sir. God, we've already... Look at 7321, man. I don't know what's going on out in the MCOC world, but there's a lot of people subscribing tonight. I appreciate that. Appreciate all of you guys being here tonight. Science is the weakest class now. Hulk, Captain, World War II, and Quake with no other good attackers, really. Yep, unfortunately. Pulled and immediately duped Psylocke last week. The B-Manny, I actually watched that video. Yeah, you pulled her... pulled her from a PHC, and then you duped her immediately from a 4-star crystal. Which, yeah, I got a pretty good laugh out of that. You have her rank 4 Unawakened. Can you tell me more about how she works? Woo! I can. I've got a whole video dedicated to Psylocke. If you actually wanted to watch that, that will give you a lot better breakdown than what I can explain to you here. Because she's actually a little bit confusing if I try to explain it. When the enemy... I'm going to attempt anyway. Troublemakers, thank you for the subscription. Once the enemy is at 0 power, they cannot gain power from receiving damage. So like once they have 0 power, every time I hit them, they are not gaining power. The only way that they can gain power from that point is if they hit you. Not hit you while you're blocking, they have to get a clean hit on you. Or if they have some sort of a power gain. So like Mordo, you know, you can lock him down at 0 power. However, once he gets the power gain, you know, he gains power as normal, and it removes all of that. So there's kind of an interesting mechanic there. I have actually used her quite a bit in the past in Alliance War. She's actually really, really strong against Mystic Dispersion champs like Juggernaut and Magic, because if you can survive, basically if you can survive an S1 and lock them down with no power, you don't have to worry about Mystic Dispersion, you know, as long as you're parrying them and not getting hit, you know, because they're not gaining power. And Juggernaut and Magic, neither one of them have a power gain. My last 2 4-star polls were Joe Fixit, Daredevil Netflix, Why Kabam Why. Yeah, man, you've come to the right spots. I can sympathize with you. My 4-star crystal openings, while they have been getting a little bit better the last couple of weeks, have been absolute garbage for the better part of the last like 4 months. Stephen Wu, hey Jay, 4 5 5-star dupe magic or 4 5 a 5-star unranked Mordo. Oh man. Man. I think you know my love for Magic. I think I would take up Magic first. Mordo's a good champ, but I think Magic is still the stronger overall champ. Jolene! Is that really what we're calling me now? The Nemesis Crisis? What's up, man? Joel, do you think Web Slinger Challenge was harder than Batista's? No. No, I touched on that a little bit when I dropped that video yesterday, kind of my initial thoughts. But, yeah, I was really confused. It was not what I was expecting it to be. They talked about, in the forums when they announced it, that it was going to be slightly more difficult in the Batista event, and it was not even close. I'm not saying that I didn't enjoy it, because I really do enjoy these special events. I wish there were more of them. But having said that, it really was not much of a challenge. Now, I know that will piss some people off because, you know, they don't have, you know, rank 4 5-star characters, and I'm sure that it is much more difficult for, you know, it is very difficult for a lot of people out there, but I'm just talking from my personal opinion. I'm not saying that they should change it, but no, it was not more difficult than the Batista event. Managing power control, I think, is a much more difficult. It's a much more difficult mechanic, especially when it is linked to your character gaining buffs. The Batista event for me was really spot on because it actually took quite a bit of kind of, I don't want to say preparation, but it took quite a bit of thinking and a measure of patience that the Web Slingers challenges doesn't take. You know, because if you're running in and being really aggressive, if you get hit, it doesn't really matter because of all of the lifesteal that you're getting back. My luck is insane tonight. I popped a PhD for 4-star Gwenpool. Now I don't have to grind for it twice within the arena. So much time saved. Dude, you are lucky. I was actually really hoping that my crystal opening on Monday that I did was going to have a Gwenpool. Secretly, I really didn't want to go for this grind. This Iron Patriot is just tearing me up. What in the world? Did you guys see that? Let's see if we can one-shot him here. So I gotta say, you have the best MCOC thumbnails from all the MCOC YouTubers. Good work. Carlos, I appreciate that, man. I probably put way too much work into them, but sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. I think they were honestly just trying to prevent whining from the community, and instead they oversold the difficulty. Yeah, like, I guess that's the only issue I have with it. Like, if they never said it was more difficult than the Bautista event, like, I would have no issue. It is what it is. Like, but why they said that, I don't know. They should have just said it is potentially as difficult as the Bautistas. They shouldn't have said it's more difficult. They shouldn't have just flat out said that. Only reason it wasn't as difficult was because they didn't have Spite like last challenge. The only reason it wasn't more difficult is because of lifesteal. If they would remove lifesteal, it would be a much, much more difficult challenge. Think Electro is worthy of rank 5 for use in defense? No, I would not rank him. I wouldn't take him up to rank 5. He's way too easy to kill right now in the higher tiers with everybody running around with 5-star characters. Even if it's somebody who doesn't have a way to play around his awakened ability, the 5-star characters have such a large health pool, and Electro's is so small that you're not taking that much damage. I would hang on to those T4B for somebody more useful. The event was a little challenging because of the evasion, but the live transfer took the vast majority of the challenge. Yep. Took the words right out of my mouth. Thanks, Joel. I finished Web Slinger with 1 rank 5 champ, but I agree with you. Bautista's was tougher power control. Here's the thing. So this morning, and I should have been recording it, I took the first Spider-Man. I only did 1, but I took down the very first Spider-Man with a 2-star Hawkeye. I was going to try to record it just to prove a point, but I thought that probably wouldn't necessarily be the best thing for the community. But yeah, there's no way that you should be able on the first attempt to take in a 2-star character and to get through anybody in that event. Metaguchi, hey, I'm back 1.5 already. You're finally going to be ahead on day 1 for a change. I know. I actually took a little bit of time to grind this afternoon when it opened up. Is Cable worth a 440? He is worth a 440. I would say as long as you have either Wolverine or X-23 ranked up. If you have Iceman or Archangel, those are both better characters as well. But yeah, if you've got all those characters ranked up, then definitely he is worth a 440. If you have him by himself, without those characters, then yeah, take him up. I very much look forward to getting Cable, which I think that he came out not long after Gwenpool, I think, right? Maybe I'm making that up. He should be coming to the basic arena soon. Troublemaker, nice. I would have liked to have pulled a Hawkeye today in my 5-star crystal. Manit, what's up? Yeah, Hawkeye, I think he's not quite as underappreciated as he used to be. He's a very good character. 2-star, yes. Basically, you just parry stun Spider-Man, hit him 3 times, put the bleed on him. You've got the power control with the S1, and any chip damage that you're taking, you're getting right back while you're hitting him while he's stunned. Did your subscriber counter break? I can't see it. No, it's still up there. Let me check the stream. I still see it up there. Just pass me sitting here waiting for a refresh. Nick, don't worry, man. You'll pass me again tonight. James, there you go. Yeah, take up. I would take up Cable. All right, it is that point in the stream where I need to break out my back massager. Oh, still feeling the effects of Monday's grind. So here we go. And remember, if you hear a fart noise on the stream, it is my back massager deciding to rotate the other way. It always makes a weird noise when it does that. Haitian, what is up, dude? It's X23 and then Cable for the basic arena. Nice. What do I want to do here? Where's Joe Fixit Moon Knight? It's back now? That's weird. I wonder why it went away for you. Joel, if you made that video, everyone would have cried. If I would have been recording, I would have done it. Yeah, what happened is I was messing around in there, and I thought, you know what? Let me just bring in a 2-star character. I just want to see if this is even possible. And I wasn't hooked up to OBS. It wasn't hooked up to my Elgato, and I got through the whole thing, and I wasn't expecting to. I should have stopped about halfway through and recorded it, but it's okay. I can always do it again later. Make me feel like a garbage player because I can't beat the last path in Chapter 4, the Web Slinger. Caleb, don't worry about it, man. Yeah, I'm not talking about the last paths are significantly more difficult than the first ones. I'm only referencing the very first Spider-Man. Another character that is really strong, I tested out today, is Crossbones. I took Crossbones in with just a full crit team, and he's hitting really, really hard. I've always got a ton of Furies up because of the crits, plus class advantage for most of those fights. Once you've got, I believe it's 20% defensive ability reduction per Fury stack. So basically, once you get to 3 or 4, you really don't have to worry about evasion. And for a lot of the fight, I had 5+. So I probably will record that. Joel blaming fart noises on his back. Yeah. I've got BG to support me on that. He heard it happen the other night. Vinny Crisione, what is up, man? Good to see you here tonight. We got a lot of people hanging out. Too bad for the Ronin Troublemaker. Yeah, I mean, in retrospect, it could have been a lot worse when it comes to my luck. But I didn't have Ronin awaken. I did want to get him awakened. I just didn't want to have it happen from a featured crystal. So, yeah, a little bit disappointed from the featured, but can't win them all, I suppose. I'll be happy with the new Duke character, and I'll take the Symbiote Spider-Man. Rogue over Cable? Yeah, I think Rogue over Cable slightly. I think if Cable had a slightly more reliable regen, he probably would be a lot higher in people's lists, but I don't have him, so I can't speak to it, but from what I've heard a lot of people say, his regen is just not reliable enough. Crossbones was the best in the event I found too. I wish you would have recorded it. People need to see it. Stop crying. Pay your dues. Get better, then beat the next ones. It's just like the master modes have gotten easier and easier every month. That is true. The master modes do seem to be getting significantly easier. Vinny, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, thanks for being there on Monday. I know you were there for quite a bit of it. Just passed 2.5 million in the arena, and I want to stop. I hear ya. I would say if you have the ability to get to 3, get to 3. I know it's going to be a tough push tonight, and you're going to feel super tired, but you're going to put yourself in a really, really good spot for the rest of this. Basically, you'll just need to do like 1.5 tomorrow, then like 2 million between the next day and a half after that. So yeah, you'll set yourself up really good. I still haven't even ranked up my Voodoo since I pulled him from the arena. I don't have enough T4 basic floating around. Every time that I get them, they're going somewhere, and I just haven't had enough to use him on him yet. Rogue over Cable, definitely, as long as you don't run suicides. Rogue, I mean, she does need to be awakened as well, so do take that into consideration. Joel, you haven't won at any 5-star pulls. I hope your next one will be Ultron. Yeah, I don't know. It's got to change at some point, right? Listen, I will take today as a mini victory, and I'll be happy with my new Symbiote Spider-Man. Yeah, BG, that's one of the reasons why I would like to pull him. He seems like he's got a lot of really interesting mechanics. I don't know if there's any way to increase the amount or the percentage chance for him to get his regen through some sort of ability increased ability through synergies. But yeah, I've been so busy these last like 2 to 3 weeks on vacation. We had the LOL run I was preparing for. Had a lot going on this last weekend. I haven't been able to really sit down and do any closer look review videos like I really enjoy doing. That definitely is on the top of my list for this next week to sit down and do that. I actually was in the middle of doing a refresh video on Loki because I've got the Mystic class next for that list of videos to do. And I didn't realize that Loki had a curse ability with his S3. I didn't realize the curse ability like automatically copies and removes, copies over to you buffs the enemy has and removes them instantly. And you can refresh that with your S1 and refresh it with a heavy attack. Did anybody else know that? I feel like an idiot because I didn't realize it. But yeah, I was going to do a refresh on him, so I'm sitting there reading his abilities, and I ran across that. And I actually really like that ability. My Loki is not ranked up very high, so I wasn't able to do a lot of testing with him, but I immediately stopped doing the refresh video because I wanted to play around with him a little bit and see if I hadn't misjudged him this whole time. I feel like his regen is fine. Honestly, he's not Wolverine, but who is? Yeah, that's a good point. Tobias, what's up, dude? Good luck on the Gwenpool. I appreciate that, man. Same to you if you're going for him. Her. If you're going for her. Sorry. Either way, get in the pool. That'll make Dave happy. Actually, it'll make... I shouldn't say that. Like it wouldn't make me happy. Yes, if the arena cutoff came significantly lower, that would make me happy. Finally reached 3 million. Nice. Yeah, it's always really important to get out as far ahead as you can in the first day. If you have the time, you should, because you should never assume, at least in my case, again, I'm speaking for myself, you should never assume that you're going to have the time to put up a lot of points in the coming days. So if you procrastinate a little bit and don't take advantage of the time you have early on, you may be a little salty at the end. Not knowing Loki has a buff steal is like not... Well, I knew he had a buff steal with his S1, but I didn't realize how the curse ability... I didn't realize that the curse with the S3 has 100% to apply. It pulls off all buffs as soon as the enemy gets them. It lasts for 6... I think it's 6 seconds? It lasts for 6 seconds. The S1 has like a 60% chance to reapply it, and a 100% chance to reapply it with a heavy attack. So, I don't know, it's really interesting, because especially if you're playing characters who've got like some sort of a power gain, or an attack boost, or even a regen, like if you can just keep that, if you can keep that curse going, that's really all you have to worry about. Super K with the $5 Congrats on your LOL run. I watched live. I like all your videos, man. Keep kicking ass. Dude, that's incredibly kind of you, man. Thank you so much for the super chat tonight. I'm going to have to add your name down there to the Stream King. Super K. Yeah, that LOL run. Speaking of the LOL run, there's Old Man Logan right there. I still can't believe I one-shot Old Man Logan. Can't believe that. Yeah, definitely give some love to Super K in the chat tonight. Hashtag Super K, dude. I appreciate that. I really do. So many S's. Yeah, I think... Do I overpronounce my S's? I feel like I'm like a snake in the... a snake in the microphone. Always thought Loki was pretty cool. Yeah, I think the more that I actually look at him, I understand what they were going for. You know, people always, they're using the S1 to get the power steal, or the buff steal, excuse me. But I don't really think that that's not at all the purpose of the S1. Especially when he's awakened, because he gains the S1 right back. I feel like the way that you're supposed to play it is you put the S3 on for the curse, and then you just totally focus on keeping the curse active for as long as you can throughout the fight. Because any regens, any power gains, all of that essentially is nullified, and it's not even nullified necessarily, or it's not only nullified, but you gain it yourself. And that curse, I mean, it's not like a really strong bleed, but again, my Loki's a pretty low rank. I would assume the higher you get him ranked up, and especially as a 5-star character, that curse might actually put in quite a bit of work over time. I'm not saying that Loki is like God tier, but I think that I had been misplaying him this whole time, and I really would like to actually go back and maybe do another review on him. I think someone finished Realm of Legends with Wolverine getting killed by Loki due to the curse, stun, chain, buff, steal. Let me check the link. Yeah, I knew that somebody did it with Loki. I hadn't watched it, so I was assuming that it was somebody who was spamming the S1, but maybe it was somebody who just had the curse up the whole time. Because if all you do is parry stun, use your S1, or use a heavy attack, he will not be able to regen for the entire fight because the curse will be up. Loki has so much potential. He does. I think a lot of it really depends upon the enemy that you're going up against, because he's really going to benefit from being able to pull off a lot of buffs. So, you know, maybe not even necessarily the particular character, but you know, like act exploration, if you're running in chapter 4, chapter 5, where the enemies are getting like an insane amount of buffs, he might be really, really good for that without having to worry about that S1. Every time he speaks, all I hear is S. Sorry about that. I really am. I'm sorry. Aaron Abdo, I see you there, man. You should change your Stream King icon from Thanos to a toilet seat. I mean, it's topical and it's a throne. That's actually... See, but every time then that somebody new came to the stream, they would have no idea why there is a toilet on screen. I am going to change that up. That picture I probably will change each stream that I do. One of my favorites is this baby Lich King. Do I still have it? Yeah, I don't know if we got any WoW players out there, but yeah, I've got this little Lich King, and then I've got a regular Arthas, which I think he's so cool, man. Whoa, he's huge. Hang on a second. There he is, Arthas, the Lich King. Yeah, that is when I got into WoW. Was right as the Lich King was being released. I remember being at Best Buy, and they had a big display set up for Lich King. I thought, you know what? I'm gonna get into this thing. I don't know anything about it, but I was hooked. I quit WoW. I was spending way too much time on it. I needed to take a break, so I quit it cold turkey, and I couldn't stay away from it, man. I took a break for like maybe 4 or 5 months, maybe even a little bit longer than that, and came back to it and played for another like year and a half, and then it just became too much with a full-time job, getting married, with a kid on the way. I had to step away from it. Shanksta, good day, mate. What's up? Grinding away, good stuff. Yeah, dude. Just hanging out with everybody in the chat tonight, missing everybody's questions, talking about toilets. Like that snake from the Jungle Book. What was his name? That's gonna bug me. Shere Khan was the tiger, but what was the name of the python in the Jungle Book? Was it Sir Hiss? I can't remember. BB, yeah, you'd have to shoot it to me over on Twitter, man. You miss it sometimes? Yeah, I miss it all the time. Yeah, I mained a warrior, a Tauren warrior for a long time, and I would say about 2 years into it, maybe a little less than 2 years, I actually paid to switch him over to an orc, and yeah, I played a warrior all the way through, man. Never a tank, always a DPS warrior, always switching between Fury and Arms. Just every time they brought out a new patch, like the warrior was like, he was trash, and then everybody would complain about him, and they would buff him up to be one of the top melee DPS characters, and then you would be sitting there for a while, and then they'd nerf you back to the floor. But I think when Ka Ka was his name? Is it Khan or Ka? Joel just described WoW like a crack addict. That's exactly what it was, man. That's why I had to just walk away cold turkey, dude. Daniel, Duos, Player Unknown Battleground. Man, I love that game. I am considering buying... There was the S again. I'm considering buying a Xbox just to play that. I've got it on my computer, but I really don't... I don't know. I don't like the way it plays on the computer. I think I would enjoy it a lot more on Xbox, but that game... That game is good. I would quit WoW tomorrow, dude, if I had decent internet at my house. Joey, what's up, man? Good to see you tonight. Hope you just hopped in the stream and I haven't missed you. I've missed a lot of people in here. I apologize. BG, are you still streaming? Of course, man. He doesn't stream until 12:30 Central, 1:30 Eastern, 10:30 Pacific, I think. Did I get everybody in there? I think I did. Should I awaken Iceman or wait to dupe him from a crystal? That depends. If you're using a generic, I probably would hang on to it. If it is a mutant specific, probably not a bad idea. I believe his awaken ability allows him to gain his ice armor back quickly, which his ice armor is a pretty big part of the character, and if you can have that up more times than not, it's going to help you in a lot of different situations. So a generic, probably not. A mutant, I might consider that. Joel, you're killing me. Arena grind with this WoW talk. Are you like an anti-WoW guy, or am I making you want to go back and play it? Yeah. So when I quit, so I got through. I was there when Lich King dropped. Cataclysm was next. I was there all through that, and then I quit after Cataclysm had been out for a long time. And then I came back after Mists of Pandaria had been out for like 8 months. But I had pretty much every single character at max level. I even had a lot of low rank characters that I just had totally decked out, that I would just gank people in the battlegrounds. I never would rank them up. That was always a lot of fun. Just hopped in Web Slinger event, was pretty fun. I murdered it. Yeah, and Joey, I think a lot of people did. We were just discussing that a little bit ago. I feel like if they would have just brought the event... Well, let me preface it by saying I don't really have a problem with it one way or the other. I do like these special events. But if they would have just brought it to the game and not tried to compare it to the Bautista's event, it would have been fine. But the fact that they said it was going to be harder just made no sense to me. Like, do they have people that actually play this game that write these posts? It's just, it seems to be such a disconnect sometimes. No, it's just boring if you don't have any involvement. I'm sorry. Okay, what's a game that you grew up playing? Troublemaker Joel, how long will your stream be? Oh man, it just depends. What is it? We've been going for about an hour and 40 minutes right now. I usually try not to go past when Brian jumps on. So at the longest, we're talking another hour, a little bit less than an hour. Thanks for the reply. Subbing you right away. Awesome, man. Yeah, we've had a lot of people sub to the channel during the stream tonight. I appreciate all of it, man. Yeah, Bautista's was way harder, but I've also gotten way better as a player since then. Yes. It was just the life transfer. The life transfer, it just makes the event pretty easy. Did you ever get any... Oh, did you ever get into RuneScape at all? That was my childhood game. No, I think that was a tiny bit before my time. I was born in '87, so take that into consideration. There was a game before MCOC? Yeah, let's see, what was... I'm trying to think of the first game, like major game that I really got hooked on. I can't remember if I had my original Game Boy before Donkey Kong came out on the Super Nintendo. Well, I shouldn't say that. A classic Nintendo. I played the heck out of the classic Mario and Duck Hunt. Those are the two games that I can really remember as a little kid. And then after that, the Game Boy. Man, I loved Pokemon. Pokemon, whatever you want to call it, as a little kid. Yeah, I played the heck out of that too. And then Super Nintendo. Yeah, my grandpa had a Super Nintendo. Introduced me to Donkey Kong. Man, I loved all the Donkey Kong games. Then from there, he had a Sega Saturn. The Congo game, which was like one of the initial titles that dropped with that. I love that. Then yeah, I got my PS1, Crash Bandicoot. We played a lot of Crash Bandicoot. What else did we play on PS1? I can't even remember. Yeah, my real addiction though started when the PS2 came out for Battlefront. That was the first time I had ever hooked up a console to the internet and like played against other people. I thought that was like a crazy thing. But yeah, I played way too much Battlefront, the original one. Joel saying he was born in 87 makes me feel old. I was born in 86. You are an old man. To be honest, I'm not trying to say it was too easy, though. I thought it was super fun. It was nice to me. Yeah, it's fun. That's why it's hard to criticize it, because I enjoy them making new content. I'm 3 years older than you, Joel. I grew up on Nintendo, SNES, and Sega Genesis PC games. I've never gotten into, mostly because of controls. Yeah, WoW, World of Warcraft was, I believe, the very first. Yeah, it was the very first PC game I got into as well. Played a lot of racing games growing up too. Need for Speed, the original Need for Speed Underground game, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, Aaron, the original one, the original Pokemon game on my original Game Boy, and then later when I got a Color Game Boy, or Game Boy Color, whatever it was called, that was the only version I ever played. Alright, what do I want to do here? Do I want to keep running with 3 stars, or do I want to jump over into... I've actually got AW that I haven't jumped into yet. I actually want to record this AW. So I don't think I'm going to jump into that on stream. We had almost the same progression in gaming. Yeah, if you were born in the late 80s, it's all pretty much the same. Cat Hill, also glad you're still streaming. Just finished my newscast. Your newscast? Are you an anchor? Interesting. Tell me more. I must know. Unless you don't want to tell me, which is totally cool. Brian Escobar, should I rank 4 OG Daredevil or rank 3 Agent Venom? Both are unduped. OG Daredevil has got to be duped before you rank him up. Everything revolves around his signature ability. Alright. Can we take out Rocket? We can take out Rocket. Counter-Strike was your first computer game? Yeah, I've never gotten into Counter-Strike. Played a lot of Call of Duty, but never Counter-Strike. That was my jam. I've never even heard of that. Probably because you're such an old man. Does he not? I don't really ever fight this guy. I guess he doesn't have anything special. Let's just use the Witch. Executive producer for a new station in Billings, Montana. Nice. Sounds like a lot of fun. Almost forgot I was in the arena. I actually need to pay attention to this and not get hit. What? That was a double swipe back. It only registered 1. I love the new S1 for Scarlet Witch. They have needed to change that for a long time. I don't know if anybody remembers Thor, his original S1, the early days of the game, how slow that was. But it's funny how they changed that one such a long time ago because it was so slow, but they kept Scarlet Witch's S1, which is like equally as slow this whole time. Brian, no problem, man. I still remember making Paul Walker's Skyline from Too Fast, Too Furious and NFS Underground 2. Yeah, I played NFS Underground 2, not nearly as much as the original one. I would just sit there and customize cars for hours, man. Next event will be very tough. I think Kabam didn't count this one. Will be so easy, so wait for revenge. Yeah, you never know with them. You never know what they're thinking. Okay, I think I'm actually going to chill for a little bit over in the event quest. I've actually got quite a bit of this that I need to get through. So I know I've missed a lot of people's question in here, so if I missed your question and you feel like I'm ignoring you, now would be a good time to ask it. Who are good auto fighters? Let's just, I don't know, that'll work. That'll work. Well, I gotta head to bed. Got my 21st birthday celebration tomorrow. Nice, dude. I'll be out late tomorrow. My family's got a fun plan for me tomorrow, so I've got a long day ahead. Congratulations, Vinny. Happy birthday to you, man. If I had some sort of confetti, I would throw it your way. But, yeah, definitely get some rest up. Big day tomorrow. Yeah, Derek G, I've seen some mixed reaction on that as well. Doesn't seem to be nearly as reliable as I was expecting it to be. Okay, yeah, I've got to put in some work here. I always get way too far behind on these events and then try to push through at the very, very end. Who would you use Mystic Signature Stones on besides Scarlet Witch? That's a good question. I would say Magic. Magic is actually pretty good spot to put Signature Stones into. The higher chance to have Limbo is actually really, really helpful. Having that thing up will actually help you quite a bit throughout the fight. You'll be surprised at the end of it how much damage it does as well. Voodoo is probably a decent character to put them into. Outside of that, I really can't think of anybody else right off the top of my head. A Stark event is open. Yeah, we're going to pass on the Stark event. I don't know. If we blow through all of our energy here, maybe we'll go hang out over in the Web Slinger event and test out a few characters. Are you using Yondu in War now? Yeah, it really depends upon the path that I have to take, whether or not the bleed node has been cleared. If the bleed node has been cleared, I'm bringing in Yondu. If it has not been cleared, I'm bringing in Vision for the bleed immunity. Right now, I have been bringing in both of my rank 4 5-star characters in Magic and Winter Soldier. Both are really, really strong for power control. And just having the increased health pool is really, really nice. So yeah, it just depends upon whether I have to get through a bleed champ or not. How much can I get away with running max 3 stars in the basic arena? Any advice? How much can you get away with? Oh, I see what you're saying. As far as the before you get to the really hard matchups, I believe once you get to, oh man, you need to go. I've got a full video that walks through this whole process, and I show how to get through the whole thing with only 3-star characters. Please go watch that after I tell you this. But I believe the way that I did it is if you use very, very low ranked 3-star characters up to, I believe it's through fight 11. I think between 12 and 19, between 12 and 18 or 12 and 19, bring in 2 of your max 3-star characters that you feel very, very confident with, because you only need to get 2 wins. And then the 3rd win, just throw somebody in there that you don't care about. That way you can spread the wins out and make it through there. But definitely go check out. I've got a whole video on that I put together a couple, maybe it was like 2 months ago. Created a Twitter account and sent it to your Gwenpool livestream post. Hope it went through. Not a Twitter fan at all. It's all good, man. I will look for it. Joel, are you like me with Stark events? Like who? Yeah, I don't know. They're nice, I guess, if I had excess energy to use somewhere. But I would rather... Did you hear it? My back massager made the fart sound. Sorry. Yeah, I would rather spend my energy, you know, in getting through the heroic and master mode right now. And I've got so much to do in chapter number 5 that I have not completed, that if I ever do, like, miraculously find myself with free time, which I never do, I need to get into chapter 5. Bryce Greenstein with the question. I don't know why I felt like saying it. Should I rank 5 Vision AOU if I plan on getting OG Vision and subsequently taking him to rank 5 T4CC or where for me? Thanks. Bryce. We don't know when the next offer for OG Vision is coming out though, right? Unless you have some intel that I don't. I don't think that having both Visions at rank 5 is such a terrible thing. You know, you can use one of them in AQ and one of them in AW, or one of them in AQ and one of them in a special event. They're both really, really strong characters. So yeah, if you know when the next OG Vision is coming out, then yeah, hang on to it, but that could be for a really, really long time. Bert, you don't... It just did it again. I swear to God. It's because I'm really, really pressing back on it, and it spins, and when it stops, it goes, and then it goes the other way. Did you hear it? There it is, right there. I don't care if you believe me or not. Oh, NBA Street, East Salinas. That is such a good call, man. Yeah, I love that game. I've gotten 2 4-stars and 3... I've gotten 2 4-stars and 3-star from the 3 to 4. Oh, the drop in the Stark event. Don't gloss it over. Yeah, Michael, that that luck, unfortunately, does not pass on to everybody else. It's really more of a matter of I just don't have the time to do it. If I have time to be running through the Stark event, then I really need to be running through other events that are much more important for me to get through. That's really what it comes down to. Who's better offensive? Spider-Man duped or classic Magneto unduped? Classic Magneto, ever since they took away the chance for him to have a double bleed with his S1 really pretty much sucks because it's not a guaranteed bleed. His S2 hits pretty hard plus heal block, but yeah, he's not really a damage champ. Spider-Man is a much more reliable damage output character. You trade with anybody else? I actually look at my T4CC right now. I've got more T4CC than I know what to do with. I've got 2. I think I've got 2 science sitting down here. Yeah, so I've got 2 science in inventory and a cosmic. I'm gonna have to spend them somewhere. The problem is I don't have any really good science champs that I want to rank up, so I may throw those over into my 5-star Spider-Man. Even though he is unawakened, I would rather put those into somebody that I'll be using long term. Should I go poo-poo? I don't have to go poo-poo. Stop saying that. All that extra grunt. No, it was just because I was pushing back on it. Psionic Sea Lion, you're still one of my favorite names that I've ever seen in the chat. What's up, man? Finally got my first Ultimate Spider-Verse crystal. Nice. Do those drop in the Stark event? Those are the ones that guarantee a 3-star, possibly 4-star. Just mail T4CC to me. Yeah, plus I have got 11 T4CC crystals that are sitting in my inventory, plus a huge amount of T4CC frag crystals. Shard crystals, not frag crystals. Is Angela worth a rank 5? Richard Bowling, the Cosmic class, pretty much sucks right now. So if you have already got your Hyperion up at rank 5, then the world is your oyster, my friend. I think Angela... I know when I did my top 10 new characters in the game for 2017, she fell pretty low on the list, but she was going up against a lot of really good characters. So I don't want to... I didn't mean to paint her in a bad light, because I really, really enjoy playing with her. She's got she's got really, really good damage output. She's got an okay heal. It's nice to have, but it's a tough one because I don't really know where her spot is in the game. So if you've got Hyperion ranked up, rank her up. I think she's a lot of fun. Or hold on to him. Never a bad idea to hold on to him. Is that pretty lights I hear in the background? I'm sure it's nothing that you actually recognize. It's just a random playlist from some of the music, copyright-free music that I use in my videos. Glad you like my name. Yeah, it just, I don't know. It's unique. You can't forget it, I'll put it that way. He's been playing on auto all this time, hasn't realized it yet. Of course I've been on auto. I wish for some of these really low tiers that I could put it on auto and it would just go automatically just to the next fight. That way all I have to do is just push play. Mataguchi, I see you, man. That's actually a really good call. Ant-Man did finish LOL for me. The best part of the finish to LOL was I was trying to time it all together to where I would bring in Ant-Man to finish off Maestro, and I got him down to, I think, 4,000 health, and I died, and I brought in Ant-Man, and I went for the parry right as soon as the fight starts, and I thought I had it, but I didn't, and he just smashed me. And I was so just tired and ready for that thing to be over that all you could do at that point was just laugh. I had to revive him and bring him in. Who is good from the 5-star science? We've got Hulk, who is... He's better than good. He's probably one of the best 5-star characters you can get. Spider-Man, as long as he's duped, is a pretty strong character. Really good defender as a 5-star character, especially on those stun immune nodes. We've got Captain America. Classic Captain America is a solid 5-star character. Yellow Jacket is decent. I wouldn't take him up past rank 3. Who else is in there? I should know who else is in there. I just looked this morning. She-Hulk's about to be in there, so you got that to look forward to. Spider-Gwen, I think, is in there now. Can't be that many good ones because there's just not that many good science characters right now. Benjamin Lopez. Hey, Joel, where'd you go? Hang on. Benjamin, where'd you go? I lost you. There you are. Would you rank 3 a 5-star undupe magic or guillotine? I can't seem to pull a dupe or decent 5-star champ to save my life. Benjamin, I've been there, man. I think of the two, guillotine probably suffers the least from being unduped. She gains a little bit of regen when you have her duped. Otherwise, her S2 still works the same with the roll or the health reversal. Still good damage, still good bleed. I think magic suffers quite a bit by not being able to proc limbo. So if you're gonna take one of those two, I would probably take guillotine. If we're just comparing unduped characters. Lurking in the background that night. Hey Joel, do you think the Spideyverse shards will convert to PhD shards after the event is over? That's not what they usually do, right? They usually give you gold for them, I think. I don't know. That's totally speculation. Nick, I appreciate you stopping by this evening, man. Thanks, I'll wait for Hulk. Got Science Awakening, Gem from the Labyrinth. Yeah. Hulk, I would love to pull Hulk. I think he is at the... Even when it comes down to featured champs, I would still rather have Hulk. Nick, I appreciate you subbing before you jumped out, man. Happy to have you here tonight. Alright, let's just have a little fun in here. I want to bring back in... Do I want to test Crossbones? I only ran him in for like 1 or 2 fights. Let me think here. Actually, you know what? Black Panther. Black Panther might actually be really, really strong for this event. None of those characters are bleed immune. Plus, he's getting all of that regen back. Crap, I don't have my 4-star Black Panther Civil War for the increase to the bleed damage, but I do still have him as a 3-star here. My 4-star is tied up on defense. Let me just take a look. Here it is right here. Yeah, increase 20% to bleed damage. And really, I want to stack crit on top of that. Rhino, huh? This is gonna be a this is gonna be a really weird looking synergy team. Let me just mess around with it for 1 second. So what does that give us? Does that give me 3 crits? 1, 2, 3, plus the increase to the bleed damage. Let's just mess around with this. I just want to see. Tumbleweed, what is up, man? It's all good, dude. Just hanging out. Ran all my 4-star characters through the arena for Gwenpool, so taking a little bit of break from that. Want to test out Black Panther in this event. I just want to see what his bleeds do. Just discovered you can pull champs from the synergy menu. Holy moly, I'm late. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. Scott Morris with the brand new Doctor Doom animation for the sub. What is my prestige? It is just under 5,200. I will show you. I think it's like 51. 51.55 is where I'm at. Which I've got enough T2 alphas to take up another 5-star character to rank 4, so we're just waiting around to see who that might be. Do I want to mess around with his first tier, or do I just want to jump onto the last tier? Great to see you. Would you rank 5 an unduped Gwenpool or a duped Hulk? Good luck on your grind. I would rank 5 both of them. Man, God, you guys are hitting me with the tough ones here tonight. I don't think you can go wrong either way there. Really depends upon the path that you run in AQ, probably. Captain Barnes with the Spidey sub. Thank you, sir. Thought that said Captain Bay for a second. I thought he was trolling me. Is it worth to put 1 point on Unfazed? You will get a lot of different answers about that. I actually almost always run a point in Unfazed, and I am shocked constantly at the number of times that thing saves me. So, from my experience with it, I think it's worth a point. But, it really depends upon who you talk to there. How do you calculate prestige, Aaron? You need to go to Google, type in MCOC prestige calculator, and download it. Just follow the instructions, enter your characters and the sig level for each of them, and it will calculate it for you. Okay, so we've got, yeah, it's just heal block here. Alright, I'm going to have to, actually this kind of sucks because I'm not going to be able to read the chat and really pay attention to this at the same time. So what's that bleed at? 168? Not quite as strong as what I was hoping for. Ooh, dang. Oh my god. that felt like the Maestro fight, man. Okay, well, one way or the other, that was not what I was looking for. I was thinking that his bleed was going to be over 200. Who else we got in here? But if you actually played him right, he probably would be a pretty good character. Crossbones, Daredevil's probably pretty good. Punisher. Yeah, I guess Punisher is just kind of like another Black Panther. I was just trying to see if there were any other bleed champs that I wanted to try out in here. I don't think there are. So yeah, let's bring Crossbones was my original plan here. He's got a ton of crit buffs. Let's see here. Let's stack these things up as high as I can get them. Did I do that correctly? Did I lose Crossbones? So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? Screw it. That's good. It's not really that big of a deal. Just want a little bit of crit. Joel, can you read my last bro? Joey, yeah, dude. Let me see what you got for me. Joey, I don't even see where you're at. Oh, there we go. My girlfriend just came over and she wants you to say what's up. Her name is Gabby. Gabby! What is up, Gabby? How long have you and Joey been going out? Probably long enough that he needs to make it official and put a ring on your finger, right? Ha! Joe, you weren't expecting me to say that. I don't know why I said that. Still you streaming? Yeah, of course I'm streaming. It's not 12:30 yet. Okay, let's give Crossbones a good old college try here. Mayweather or McGregor? I have no idea. I don't watch boxing other than they both annoy me. So, I don't know. Maybe if they beat each other up really good. I mentioned in Dave's stream earlier today that the Mayweather-McGregor fight has got nothing on the Brian Grant-Seaton fight from New York Comic-Con, which I feel like the hype on that has fallen off a little bit. But yeah, that's right around the corner. Was that low? There we go. Okay. Now we should be able to get some of these Furies built up. What is that? Hold on a second. I gotta watch that on replay. I thought for sure that I had. You know, leave it to Kabam to listen to me dogging the event this whole time and then just get wrecked. I've died more on stream here than I died running the entire thing yesterday. Well, screw this. I don't want to revive anybody. I just wanted to mess around with Crossbones a little bit. Oh god. She's cracking up. Yeah, you're welcome, man. The relationship ender. No, I bring people together, man. Yeah, people come to my stream for potty training advice and to get their relationships built stronger. That's what it is. Russell Crawford, what's up, man? Just I'm getting wrecked apparently. Double KO. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Okay, let's try this again. I just want to get the Fury stack. Let me build it. There we go. Guess maybe... Heal block. I'm dead. What is happening tonight? Steiny TV, what is up, man? It's a good time for you to join in. I'm trying to make a point that Crossbones is really good for this event, and I'm just getting wrecked. All right, screw this. I'm gonna have to actually go like hardcore here. Been together 2 years, Joey. It's time. Do it. I just knocked my microphone over. All right, enough playing around, children. Come to Joel's stream for the good looks. Hey, you're in the wrong stream. You are in the wrong stream. Ooh, I'm about to plug my phone in here in a second. Prosat, what's up, man? Got to play aggressive and get him to L2. Uh-oh. I've got to plug in here. My phone's gonna die. I think I forgot that his S1 was unblockable. Alright, here we go. So the name of that album you're running in the background, dude, feeling it. It's just a bunch of random music that is copyright free that I found over on SoundCloud. I use all of it in my videos, clips of it here and there. It's too easy, Joel. Yeah, I guess I'm making a fool of myself, aren't I? Okay, let's try this one more time. He shouldn't be able to evade. It was the S1 that he was catching me on. There we go. I forgot that it was unblockable that first go around. This is a rank 4. Yeah, rank 4 crossbones. We evaded it. Come on now. I feel like I'm doing Labyrinth of Legends all over again. I can't remember. I think it's 20% ability reduction. Oh, he caught me there. Ooh, wrecked. I think it's... Ooh, man. We're lagging all over the place. What is going on? I think it's 20% ability reduction, I believe. God, this is embarrassing, man. I don't know why. I don't know why this is so difficult. Tried making a point that Drax was good for this event, and that didn't go well either. Yeah, I tore through this event last night. Wow, my OBS is freaking the freak out right now. What is going on? Yeah, this is a problem that I ran into about a month ago with my OBS. Might have to... Let me see. Hang on a second, guys. Yeah, I think the only way to fix this is for me to reset my OBS, but at this point in the stream, it's almost 12:20. I'm going to hop off of here anyway in the next few minutes. Yeah, I don't know what is going on with my OBS, so either way, well, that sucks. Maybe tomorrow night, I'll be back here tomorrow night grinding for Gwenpool, and hopefully not embarrassing myself so much with that crossbones. I guess I need a little more practice with crossbones. I don't know what's up with that. Anyway, I appreciate all of you guys hanging out tonight. We had a bunch of people in the stream tonight for the entire time. But yeah, definitely go jump into Brian Grant's stream. He'll be streaming here in the next 10 to 12 minutes or so. Best of luck with the Gwenpool grinds. Tomorrow night, what's tomorrow night? Friday, I'll be back streaming, I believe, unless my wife's on call. She might be on call, so keep an eye out on Twitter. I'll let you guys know if I'll be streaming tomorrow night or not. All right, all. Have a good night. Again, best of luck with the Gwenpool Arena. Till I see you all again. Take care. Stay safe.